Hello and welcome to Naked Expat channel. Today we're doing back in biceps. So first one is bent over rows. You're probably familiar with this one. I got 20 kilo on the bar, and the bar itself is about 20 kilos. So it's about 40 kilos. So here we go. Let's get on with it. Feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Neutral grip, so not too wide, not too narrow. Neutral grip. Keep your back neutral as well. Don't sort of like curl it over too much. Curl it like that, and don't arch it back like that. Pivot at your hips. Chin up. A little stretch first. Right, come down. And then keeping the elbows relatively tight to the body. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, arms fully extended on the way back. Really feel it. Should be feeling it between your shoulder blades on here and your lats. There. Great exercise. If you're too heavy, your arm's going to get tired really fast. So you have the correct sort of weight, you'll start to work your back. A lot of people, myself included, have made mistakes in the past where you're struggling to lift too heavy a weight. You want to really build your back up, but all the effort is going through your arms. You're not really working your back muscle too much. Okay. To really hit the back muscle. Hello. Hey. Come on, say hello.
Hey.
So, keep on telling you, the gym is very friendly. It's over there. It's very friendly in the Philippines. And you. Right, where was I? Right, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got it on my heavy app. 20 kilos, 10. Press it so that it's actually done. So you can see it there, it's on there. 20 kilos, 10 reps. You press it and it's done. And then go on to the next set. I've got all of my exercises for my back in there. And I think we're doing 3 sets. But we're gonna be going up weight. The first set was 20 kilos. And the next set is 30 kilos for 10 reps. So I'll set that up now. Again, not going too heavy, because I want to work my back muscles and I don't really want to work anything else. Today is back in biceps. Of course, you're going to work other muscles indirectly, but the main thing is try and get your back to take most of the strain. Right, 30 kilos, 10 reps. Emma. 8, 9, 10. I've actually got 4 sets. So I've got 1 set, 20 kilos, 10 reps, and then 3 sets, 30 kilos, 10 reps. I still got a little bit of a cough. I had a terrible chest infection about 3 weeks ago. I'm not one for taking meds, but I went to my local doctor and got a prescription for some antibiotics because I really wanted to clear it up. And I had 1 course of antibiotics, and I went back to him because I still had the chest infection. So it took a course of like 10 to 12 days, antibiotic every day, before I sort of cleared it. And I've still got the tail end of it a little bit. So I've still got a little bit of a cough, but nothing like I used to have when I was smoking and vaping. Oh, certainly, you know, those days are well and truly behind me, thankfully. Right, another set of 10. The grip is just slightly wider than the shoulders. 5, 6, 8. Right, I got another 2 sets to do. Oh yeah, I'm getting old. Final set, 30 kg, 10 reps. I'll just have a little sip of water. And do bear with me, because I got a couple of tips from personal trainers in the past. Morning, Clarence. Hi, good morning. I'm good. Oh, calves? Clarence, you'd have seen Clarence in the video I did yesterday. Going back to San Diego with his family shortly. He's Filipino. His father's American, his mother's Filipino. And he's going back to San Diego where his father is, with his family. He's got a young family. He's got 2 children. So I'm looking forward to going over and visiting him. Keeps on threatening to work out with him over in San Diego, which would be fantastic. I've never been over that part of America. Looking forward to that. Might have to be next year, but we'll do it for sure. Right, come on, Andrew. Oh, great they are. Real kind of like power exercise, bent over rows. Now we've got lat pull downs with the cable, so I'll go and set that up. See you for lat pull downs. Say hi, new naked expat subscriber. Right, lat pull downs, guys. This is the main lat pull down bar, which is quite wide. You can use this one. What's my weight? 41.5. Just checking it on the heavy app. This one goes up 39, and then you can put extra weights on it. That's another 2.3 there. There. Now this is wide. So quite a wide grip like that to do your lats, rather than narrow grip. You can have narrow grip as well, and do that for triceps as well. This is a wide grip, lat pull down. I'm going to show you a couple of variations. I've got another bar down there, which is also very, very good. Hits your lats in a slightly different way. So, let's do 15. It's important to get right into your chest and slowly back up. And the key thing is to get that real stretch there. Bodybuilding in Thailand taught me that, real good stretch. Don't just come down like that and up like that. And down like that and up like that. Do that little extra bit and like almost hunch your back to get that little bit extra stretch. You'll see me doing that on the seated row in a minute. 5. Back up. Not too heavy a weight. If your weight's too heavy, you start taking it in your arms, especially your forearms, and they tire out. If that happens, drop the weight, because you want to be hitting your back. If you've seen Mark train in this gym as well, the big Filipino guy, he always says, no, you don't lift heavy on your back. Otherwise you won't hit your back muscles too much. Right, that's wide angled with the lat pull down bar. And then I'm going to swap that out for this other bar. I'll just show you, just get it now. Here's a variation of it, which is, it's not really wide and it's not really narrow. And it puts your hand, you grip it in a slightly different way. Rather than the bar like this, you're gripping it like this. And sometimes your wrists and your hands and your forearms can tire when you're using the wide grip lat pull down. And this is a great, not alternative, but in addition to. Right. 41.5, another set of 15. Down here, again, slowly down, slowly up, guys. So you're taking the positive and the negative. And again, don't forget, do that little bit there, that little bit of extra stretch, because when you do that, when you do the extra stretch, you really feel it there. If it's there, when you stop, not so much. That little bit of extra stretch, it's only about another like 2 inches, and you really do get that extra stretch on the muscle, putting more stress on the muscle. And you're leaning slightly back. I'm not coming down like this. You're leaning slightly back so that you're feeling the tension sort of under your armpit there. That's where you're taking the tension. If you come forward, you're taking it more in your arms. As we're working at the back, we want to be hitting the back. I think that's 2, isn't it? That extra stretch. Slow down, slow up, extra stretch. Hold down. You're sticking your chest out as well. Oh, really do feel it in your back. This, combined with the rowing, really does hit your back. Again, no, I got 4 sets on here. I've got 2 sets at 41.5 kilos, and then 2 sets. Well, I've got a set at 39, and then a set at 32 kilos. So I'm dropping down a bit again, because when you're doing these exercises, you do start feeling it in your forearms, front and back. And when you get that feeling, you know that you're not hitting your back so much, you're taking it in your forearms. Best thing to do is to drop the weight, because we still want to be hitting the lats all the time. We want to be hitting the back. We don't want to be tiring out our arms too much. Some of the exercises, like when we're lifting dumbbells, I'll use my wrist straps, because again, your wrists and your grip starts to weaken, but your back's still strong, but you still want to work your back. So that's where you can use wrist straps as well. So without further ado, 39, so I'm taking off this extra weight here and just sticking to the 39 kilos, which is on there. That's plenty heavy enough. Certainly for me. If you're a bigger guy than me, of course you can take more. But we're looking at maintaining back strength and maintaining muscle mass and maybe building a little bit of muscle. But, you know, we're older guys, you know, we're getting close, well, in the 50s, getting close to 60s or 70s. Morning, Jane. She's got her headphones on. But everyone says hello. You can say hello to her if she can reach out there. Morning. Yeah, definitely by keeping the weight about 70% the maximum, I still feel I'm hitting my back. And on the last couple of reps, start to feel my forearms just coming into it a little bit. So that's ideal. Any heavier, and I'll be yanking it down with my arms and not really hitting my back at all. And that's, with any muscle group, you're gonna have strong muscle groups that you can really hit hard, and muscle groups that you feel like you're never really hitting that well. And it can be a little bit frustrating. One of the tips is, don't try and lift too heavy on a particular muscle that you find you're not hitting. And go slightly lighter and even more reps. And get the burn and try and hit the muscle. Whatever works for you guys. but don't be tempted to lift too heavy. Well, I've done my 39, now I'm going down 15 now, so I've gone from 10 reps to 15. Now 32. So 32 kilos, which is lighter, but instead of 10 or 12 reps, I'm doing 15 reps. Well, hopefully I'll do 15 reps. So I'm still hitting that back muscles, the lats. So it feels relatively light. When you're doing 15 reps and you're doing slow down, slow up, with that extra stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Starting to feel it in my forearms. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Definitely feel it in my back. Now we've got a seated cable row. Again, hitting the lats. On to the next exercise. Right, seated cable row. Again, guy in Thailand told me about getting that extra stretch and hunching. And you see a lot of guys that really know what they're doing in the gym. And you look at them doing this exercise and they're doing exactly the same thing. The temptation with this cable row is to lift too heavy and not get a full range of motion. Now this grip actually, you can have it both ways. I'll turn it around that way. I prefer it this way. Feels more natural to me. That's better. Now, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, whatever feels comfortable. Get the weight, keep your back not bent like this and not arched like that. Keep your back sort of neutral, and you're pushing with your legs and your arms to bring the weight up to you, and then you're coming down just with the back and you're getting the full stretch. You're hunching like that, you're hunching forward to get that full stretch, and then you're coming back like this because it's a rowing exercise. So you are moving your hips, you're not moving your butt, you're moving at your hips, keeping your chin up, and you're going forward like that and you're hunching, and then you're coming back and then you're squeezing back like that, you're squeezing your lats back. So it's a full range of motion like this. Almost, if you can imagine, you're rowing. That's why it's called a seated row. So if you're rowing in the canoe or whatever and you're doing this, exactly the same principle. You're moving at your hips, you're coming forward. There's a lot of people, I'll show you with the weight, they'll come back, they won't get the squeeze, they'll just come back like this and they'll just go forward like that at the hips, pivot, and their arms are locked like that. Well, I'm not working my back at all, really. Well, lower back maybe, that's it. You're not getting this squeeze between the shoulder blades. Right, 15. Let's get on with it. Forward like that. And then when you come back, you hunch and get a really good stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a big exercise, this. Oh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Slowly down. Don't bang the weights. Whoa, that is a tough exercise. If you've got too heavy a weight, again, you won't feel it on your back as much as you'll feel it on your forearms. So don't be tempted to lift too heavy, because we're working out the back, really, not the arms. But we're doing biceps there, back and biceps. But Don't want to tire out and take all of it, all the strain on your forearms. What I'm doing is comfortable for me, and I'm getting a really good stretch there on the negative, and I'm coming up, squeezing my shoulder blades back, so I'm getting a really good squeeze on the positive as well. Down like that, and up like that. Wonderful. As I said before, the heavy app's fantastic. HEVY, that you can have for free on your phone and on your watch. You can download it on your watch and set up and choose all the various exercises you want for 4 different workouts for free. If you want to pay for it, it's like about 1,200 peso per annum, or you can do like I did and pay like 3,500, something like that, and have a lifetime. And of course I started off on free to see whether or not I'd like it and whether or not I would actually use it, and I did. And I was, surprise, surprise, left wanting a little bit, because 4 exercises is enough, 4 workouts are enough for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then just do a bit of abs and core and stuff. But the good thing about the pro version is it tracks everything for you, and it gives you a monthly, 3 monthly, and an annual report as well. And you can store all of it, which is wonderful. And if you really get into your fitness, it's worth doing it. Right. Nine. 12. 14. That's good. Whoa. Last set. It's just going up at like almost half a weight. I've got on 39 plus the extra 2.3, which is obviously 41.3, or on the watch it goes up in 0.5, so 41.5 on the watch, but I know what it is. And the next step up on the weight is from 39 kg to 45 kg. For my last set, see on here it's 45, so I'm just pushing myself a little bit. Now you can over time gradually increase the weights. Like maybe some people, if they're seriously into their bodybuilding, every time they do a major muscle group like back, they come back and do their back again the following week. They want to lift heavier or do 1 or 2 more extra reps. Every week, progress, progress, progress. Well, sure, if you want to bodybuild and get big, you got to really push your body and shock your muscles, because you're breaking down, you're tearing down the muscle fibers, and when they repair, they grow back thicker. That's how they get bigger. But of course, over the age of 50, testosterone levels reduce, unless you're on TRT, and basically, you've got to be careful because you're more prone to injury, and rest and recuperation is important. The last thing you want to do when you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s is to go into the gym and get motivated to get fit and then have an injury, which, you know, knocks you off your feet for months, possibly. Or some people never recover. But the last thing you want to do is damage your knee and not be able to do any sort of like walking around, you're hobbling around for the rest of your life. Oh my God, that would be an absolute disaster. So don't lift too heavy. Range of motion and time under tension is key, and it's crucial, not the amount of weight that you lift. Sure, push yourself, but push yourself within the limits that you know you're capable of. Approximately 70% of maximum. This should be your kind of target forever and a day, really. Right, 45 kilos, 15 reps. 1, 2, 3, Right, next exercise, pullovers with dumbbells. That's an interesting exercise to show you. Let's get on with it. Right, this exercise is bent over rows. This dumbbell's quite heavy, 27.5 kilos. You can do it sat down like this with your back on the bench and you're lifting up like that. And that's how I traditionally used to do it. But a couple of the trainers in here say that ergonomically, it's actually better to use the full length of the bench. Their advice is, and they know what they're doing, they're qualified personal trainers. You can do both, but it is more appropriate now, it's deemed more appropriate under modern day thinking to use all of the bench lengthways rather than going across it perpendicular. Right, 15 reps, this is heavy. What I do is I put the weight on my belly first and I make sure my head is in the right position. So my neck is supported and my head is supported. I make sure that's in the right position first. Then I'm crossing my hands and my thumbs under the dumbbell like that, which you can probably see. So I'm like cupping the top of the dumbbell and my thumbs are wrapped around it for stability. Now, I'm lifting it above my chest bone, like above your pecs, and I'm moving down with a relatively straight arm, just slightly bent at the elbow, and then back up. As far back as you can go. Safely, of course. So I get a good stretch there. Oh, and then back up. And you feel it on your back and on your chest. I believe they call it a compound exercise because it's working two major muscle groups, back and chest. It's like the top of your back, like the shoulder blades. And up. Now, rather than stopping above your face, again, the personal trainers have told me here that for correct form, you bring it forward to about there. So it's sort of to your lower chest, but not as far as like your belly button or your belly, because that's too far and you put a lot of strain on your shoulders. So about here is perfect, like your lower chest, just below your nipples. And then coming back like that, slowly, and slowly back up. The key thing here is slow and smooth. Stretch. Obviously only go as far as you're comfortable. If you go to about there and it starts hurting, then come back. Maybe drop a weight. Obviously with my long arms, even them slightly bent, the weight is quite a way above my head. So I've got all of that weight and gravity. Oh. My arm's just slightly bent at the elbows. Oh. And then put it down on your belly. And then what I do is I swivel it over to rest it on the pad between my legs. So I just come up like this and then down, because it's a very heavy weight. Obviously you don't want it to land on your nuts, do you? Right, that's one set. And boy, does that give you a stretch. But it's very good, you feel it at the top of your back there by your shoulder blades. And you also feel it across here. There's definitely like a compound exercise. Got my glasses on. Right, 3 sets. 3 sets of 15. It's a big exercise, but it's a very, very good exercise. Really good exercise. As I said, You can do it across the bench, but a more modern approach is to use the full length of the bench. I can't remember exactly what one of the guys, I think it was Melvin, Melvin said to me that when you do it across the bench, you bring in more of the chest and your sort of body is flexing a bit more maybe, and you're bringing in more chest than you are back. And if you use the length where your back's supported, you get the stretch, you get more of the shoulders rather than the chest. And I'm not gonna argue with him, a lot bigger than me anyway. Oh, right, minimal rest, 27.5, 15. Let's get on with the next set. Again, I'll put the weight here, out of the way, come and sit down, roll it onto my belly, like this, being careful, conscious of the fact that I want to make sure that my head's not hanging over the bench, so I'm unsupported. If I need to, I'll just wiggle down a little bit like that, yeah, to make sure that my head is firmly on the bench and I've got all the support. Fingers like that, under the dumbbell, like that, and like you're cupping it, pushing up, like that, above your boobies. Make sure it's comfortable before you move it at all, because it's quite heavy weight. And come down, get the real stretch, and push up like through the heels of your palms. Stretch, push up. 2. Big exercise this. 3. 4. 5. 6. My feet are just on the floor, comfortably, like legs apart. Just give me balance. Is that 8? Lost count. 9. 12. Cool, these are hurting. 13. 14. 15. Down on the belly. Again, swivel it down like that. 4. Hell of exercise that. Talk about rush to the head. Gonna get some water. Cool, I needed that sip of water. Right, I'll just move, no, I'll keep the bench where it was. Right, final set. Minimal rest. Just like 30 seconds or so, sip of water. Let's get on with it. Again, balance it on your belly. Make sure your head, see my head's too high. I'm gonna bring it down to get a bit more support. Do the wiggly worm or whatever you call it. Yeah, that's good. Hands under the dumbbell. And what I try and do is when I push up, I don't push it up so the dumbbell's above my face in case I lose the grip. At least the dumbbell's gonna fall somewhere away from my face. I push it up like this. And any adjustments that you make to your fingers and stuff, you're doing it over your belly and your chest rather than over your face, yeah? In case you have a slight accident, you could sort of move away. Just take your time. One, again, full range, right there, and then right back to your lower chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel myself getting a bit tired now. 9. So I might just shorten the exercise a bit, not come down. Oh yeah, 10. Not come down quite so much above my head. Oh yeah, maybe just 11. 12. 3. 14. 15. Whoa. Boy, I felt those guys. God, I can hardly talk. I felt those guys. On to the next exercise. Right, this next exercise, face pulls, is a really, really good exercise as well. You don't need heavy weight. I'm using 11.5 kilos and doing 20 reps. And face pull, as the name would suggest, is when you've got ropes like this that you're pulling towards your face. So this is the exercise that you got. And you want to keep your elbows relatively high. You don't want to come down low like this. You want to come sort of relatively high like that and get a really good stretch out, back towards your face like that. And this is the exercise. And so you mount the rope attachment for the cable up relatively high. You can experiment and bring it down, and then you'll hit your shoulders and your back at slightly different angles. Just see what works for you and mix it up a little bit for a bit of change, yeah, so you don't get too bored. Well, I got 20 reps here on 11.5. I'll show you the exercise here. Hold the ropes like this underneath. I put my thumbs there for a little bit of extra bit of balance. It just feels right, it feels natural for me to do that. And then you come back a few steps like this, and you're bringing the V here in the middle of the ropes, almost to the bridge of your nose, as you're bringing it in, like this, like that. Coming back like that. Keep your elbows relatively high, and bring it so it's very, very close. Like that. 2, 3, 4. Don't forget full range of motion. 5. Full stretch out, right the way there. So your nose is only about 3 inches away from getting a bloody nose. 6, 7. You really feel the squeeze on your shoulder base. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You don't need heavy weight. 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, 9, 20. You really do not need a heavy weight to feel it between your shoulder blades. Basically, it's an upper back exercise. You really don't need a lot of weight, and it annihilates your back. It's a fantastic exercise. I wouldn't say it's underrated, because you do see a lot of people in the gym doing that exercise. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're working out their upper back. Shortly, we're going to be doing dumbbell rows like this, and that's more like your mid to your lower back, or mid back really. This is very, very good for upper back. Very, very good upper back exercise. My watch is telling me to go up one weight. 13.5 for 20 reps now. I'm going to certainly feel those. Ooh, howdy doody. It's actually 13.6, but this heavy app goes up in increments of 0.5. It's just like 1, 1.52, 2.53, 3.5, etc., etc. So, although it's 13.6, and I work on kilos. Easy if you work on pounds, because they're even numbers. But a lot of guys in America work off of pounds when they're lifting. For some reason, I just work on kilos, and it's in my head. But you can work on either And you can actually set it up, in all fairness, on the app to be pounds or kilos, whatever flavour you want. Right, reps, 20 reps. Couple of steps back, get the stretch out, get the squeeze on between the shoulder blades. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, that's a great exercise. Whoa. Hopefully you heard that in amongst the racket. I try and lower the music because of copyright issues and just have my own little background music if I can, and try and reduce the noise as best I can. Well, I got another set, face pulls at 13.5. Oh, have a little stretch out, never hurts. And guys, you meet really friendly people in the gym, and when I talk about dating, it's all about boots on the ground. I know people use dating apps and everything else, but you've got to be so careful who you meet. If you're into your health and wealth, if you're into your fitness, join a gym. Don't join like maybe a meat-edge gym, which is just purely bodybuilding. One, you might find it intimidating, and two, it's maybe not. Maybe it's a little bit more down market for you. If you want just something that's balanced and you want overall fitness rather than massive gains, then something like an Anytime Fitness gym is fantastic. You can come morning, noon, and night, whatever takes your fancy. You've got fit people here, and you meet nice people. And yeah, sure, you get attractive women that are coming in here. You can't go around like a dog on heat asking every girl that's out whether they want to go out for coffee or something other. But take your time, guys. And I've already been out on a date from a lady that previously went to this gym. No, I didn't scare her off. She was only here for a short while on secondment, working in Clark. We had a lovely time, had dinner and went out on a few dates. It's fantastic, it's great. And she's lovely, you know, professional lady. Wonderful, and obviously fit. Right, I digress. Last set. Set of 20 again. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Whoa, fantastic exercise. I'm going to show you another exercise on cables in a minute. Right, that's face pulls. On to the next exercise. Another variation of the seated row that we did on the actual seated rowing machine. Do you remember the one that had the foot plate up like that we were rowing? It's just using a normal bench up against a cable machine like this. Get a couple of handle grips. And the good thing about this exercise is you can adjust the height, and you'll find as you adjust the height, I've got it sort of like it head height, and if you adjust it down after doing the exercise, you hit different parts of your back. I put my feet here for stability because it just feels really, really natural. I'll show you briefly the exercise. I won't do a full exercise today because I've pretty much finished my back exercises. Only got 1 or 2 more to do. But I'll show you the exercise here. Put your feet there on the bench for extra stability. Keep your back nice and straight and really squeeze in, chest out and back. Get that stretch on the negative, like that. Really feel the stretch there. And then you're coming in, chest out, squeeze your shoulder blades together like that, and out. Really good exercise that. On this machine, on this cable machine, I've got that in number 11. and I feel it right between my shoulder blades. I'll bring it down here, say to number 8, which is lower. Same exercise, like that, and I definitely feel it lower, definitely lower. Still my middle of my back, but it's lower down. I'm doing the exercise. And I haven't got the weight too heavy. It's only on about 18, something like that. You'll probably better see, I can't see from the camera angle. So I'm working my back muscles and not my arms. My elbows and forearms are just a lever. It's my back that's moving this weight. I can't feel it at all on my arms. Just down, like that. And that is a wonderful, wonderful exercise, trust me. Right, on to the next one. Right, back in biceps today. So now on to some bicep exercises. This bicep curl here, preacher curl. Called a preacher curl because it's almost like you're on your knees and you're preaching. So, sorry, Father, for I have sinned. What do you expect? You live in Angela City. Anyway, preacher curl here. Lower the seat or higher the seat, depending on your height, so that your armpits are under like this. And one of the things that you should be very, very careful of with this exercise, although it enables you to isolate your biceps, don't have your biceps like 98, 99% locked out, but don't fully lock them out, because if you're lifting the heavy weight on biceps, not only will your forearms tire very quickly, you can actually hurt your arms by overstretching. So do be careful on this, but the exercise is like this. Morning, Tyler. Morning, Jeffrey. He's the hardcore guys. Right. With this bar, your wrists are at a slight angle, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. I'll show you now. I've got 8 reps. Right. Have a real squeeze, fully contract the biceps. Come all the way down like this. Almost to fully extended, and then back up slowly. So right the way up, really squeeze those biceps. Don't stop there, like a lot of people do. Really come close, like that. And then down, slowly down. 2. Slowly down, slowly up. 3. Don't be tempted to lock out your elbows, your elbow joints, you'll hurt yourself. I always find when I want to put it down on the peg, I lift myself up and put it down like that. I don't drop the weight right the way down, because I did that once before and I hurt my elbow, my arms here, because I overstretched when I put the weight down. I didn't focus, so when I want to put the weight down, I'll just get off my butt and place it down like that. Place it down on these pegs. That's a little tip there, so you don't overstretch your arm. And that plagued me with some sort of elbow soreness there for a good few weeks, just because of that simple little schoolboy error of overstretching. Right, that's the first set. Second set, third set. Yeah, so the same weight, 17.5. So I don't change the weight. I keep it at 8 reps. And of course, if I've got other bicep exercises to do, it's only the first one. Only a little bit of rest between sets. We've not gone to the gym all day long. If you're lifting really, really heavy, you're doing like 6 reps or something really heavy like bodybuilders, of course, you're going to rest maybe for a minute or so, at least between sets. Or if you're training with a buddy, they do their set. By the time they're finished, you hop on and you do your set. But what we're doing is we're not training to get really big. We're training for sort of strength and stamina combination. Right, don't count that, lifting it up. Count it now, get yourself comfortable. Arms to about 98% fully extended. Slowly back up, 1, 2. And focus on the muscle you're working. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, I feel them burning. 8. Again, when I put it down, I lifted my legs up slightly. Oh. Great exercise, that. Oh. Not sure if you can see him in the shot. The guy wearing the number 1 shirt, that's Melvin. He's one of the personal trainers here. He had an ACL injury a few years ago. So he has to be very, very careful when he trains his legs. But as you can see from he's huge up top. Very, very powerful guy. Big chest, big shoulders. Very, very powerful shoulders. Melvin's probably got kind of like the most impressive big shoulders. And Mark, who I did the HIIT class with 2 weeks ago, who was in a video that I just recently done. I think in the last video I did, Mark said hi. He's a shorter guy, Filipino guy, and he's all round big. He's got really, really powerful legs. All the trainers here, they really know their stuff, you know, and you ask them something, they're all too willing to help you, you know. Sometimes you just gotta overcome any shyness that you have. And after you've been here a few times, any gym, you know, just say, oh, can you help me? Can you give me a little advice? I'm trying to work my biceps, but I find my forearms are getting too tired, or I want to work my butt and I'm not hitting it. My legs are getting tired, but I don't feel that I'm hitting my glutes, you know. So anything like that, and they'll help you out. They say, oh, you try this, sir, try that, sir, you know. Filipinos are really, really helpful. Most gyms are helpful around the world. You just got to ask. And of course, gyms can be a bit intimidating at first, especially if maybe you're overweight or underweight and you're very skinny, you know. If you're really skinny or you're overweight or more like slightly obese, you're not been in the gym, you're going to feel self-conscious. But get over it, because you know there's no schoolboy bullies in the gym, you know. Just get there and you won't look back. You'll feel really good about yourself. And if you are a little bit reticent about joining the gym, I promise you, after being in the gym for a couple of weeks, you'll look back and think, what was I worried about? It's really nice. And you build up circles of friends, people that you can go out with a coffee. You might even meet a lovely girl, you know, or if you're a lady watching this, you might meet a lovely guy in the gym. At least you know that chances are they don't smoke or drink too much and they're not pissheads, you know, and they're fools, because they've obviously got something right about them. They're doing something about their health. And that's got to be a good thing for everybody. Well, that's what I believe anyway. Right, last set. Again, focus on the muscle you're working. Lift it up and prepare. Get comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, that's preacher curls. That's those 3 sets done. On to the next one. Right, this exercise is seated incline curls. And there's a couple of ways in which you can do this with dumbbells. Free weights, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. You can hold your wrist neutral position like this and lift them up. You can do them as almost like seated hammer curls, where your wrist is in that position. So you've got one like this, you've got that one like that, and you've got a combination where you can twist out like that and hit different sides of the bicep. So you're coming up like a hammer curl and then twisting it at the top and down, which is what I like. I like that exercise. So without further ado, and of course you've got one each side, without further ado, sets of 10 reps. Head back. 1, 2, really get that squeeze and focus on the bicep while we're working. 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good range of motion. Try and use your elbow as a pivot point. 10. Try and use your elbow as a pivot point, and don't move your elbow like this, because you're not working your bicep much. Try and keep your elbow as a pivot point and keep it at that level, close to like where your hip is, and then lift with your bicep. If you do this, you're cheating. You're not getting the full exercise, the full stretch on your bicep. And I felt the last couple of reps that I did, so actually that was quite heavy for me. So I'll just see how I do on the next set. And if I don't feel that I do the 10 reps properly, I'll drop down from 10 to 7.5 and try again. 1, 2, 4, 5. 6. See, I'm struggling, so I'll go down a weight. Did 6. Well, I've gone down a weight, and from 10 kilos to 7.5s. When I stopped at 6 at 10 kilos, so I'll finish off my set of 10 with 4 at 7.5. Just to make sure I completed this set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, that's great. Right, see if I can knock out these 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, well I did finish the last 4 reps of the set, but the camera said it was overheating. But I can't figure that out. I'm in an air-conditioned gym. But anyhow. Right, this is a quick set of hammer curls. I'm doing sets of 10. Up like this. 1, fully down. 2, really get the squeeze. You're coming higher than 90 degrees. Come up to about there to get a real squeeze on your bicep, and then work your way down. Don't lock your elbows out, just slightly, like 98% of full lock. And not like that. And down. 3. Like that. 4. 5. 6. Nice and controlled. 7. 8. 9. Great exercise. Oh, that's hammer curls. I hope you enjoyed this back and bicep workout. That's it for today. There's lots of different back and bicep exercises to do. I've got other different back and bicep workout programs within my Heavy app. I just sort of touch on what I was doing today. Next time I'm in the gym, I might do slight variations of the back exercise, or I'll keep to the same workout for like a month or so, and then to stop like the boredom, I'll change it up a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not an expert. Do seek medical advice if you've got any issues, or certainly before you start exercising for the first time after maybe a very long break of a few years. Get yourself checked out first to make sure you get the all clear from a doctor, from a medical professional. Please like and subscribe if you've not already done so, and as always, enjoy.